Jade Helm, that's the planned U.S. military exercises taking place across many states from July 15th to September 15th. Not to dismiss the creepiness of massive war games taking place within the continental U.S., but are you more concerned about the environmental impact of the Alaska War Games than you are of any attack on our civil liberties that Jade Helm may represent?
Good question. I because of my personal bias, the most honest answer is yes. Because at this point, my focus is environmental impacts and climate disruption. But I would not want to discount the attack on our civil rights and civil liberties that Jade Helm poses, which are very, very real, has to be opposed, and is a very, very big deal and very worrisome. I mean, Jade Helm is a big deal. I mean, we're talking about them basically practicing for martial law, real life practicing right here in the country, and the whole modus operandi in the military now with all these trainings, both Jade Helm, what they're doing up in Alaska, what they want to do here in the Olympic Peninsula, and all their training is they have this saying, certainly within the Navy, and I'm not sure if it applies to all the branches of the military, but it's train as we fight. So they're trying to conduct the most realistic training as possible, ideally in a way that simulates the real thing that they're going to do. And that's another reason why Jade Helm is so worrisome, because, hey, they're basically right here on home soil. This is happening for a reason, because they're preparing for civil unrest. They're preparing for what they're going to need to do to control the population, whether, it's because of the bottom of the economy drops out, or because, ACD progresses so far that, it just starts causing breakdown within the society of the country. So that's a big deal. But that said, when we look at the fact that, from my perspective, this training exercise that they're going to do up in Alaska starting very, very soon, and, live fire training, bombs, torpedoes, missiles, active and passive sonar up in the middle of the Gulf of Alaska, where it's critical habitat for all 5 Alaskan salmon species. There's about a dozen whales that travel through there. At least one of them is highly endangered. And according to the Navy's own environmental impact statement, they're going to be impacting several hundred marine species and mammal species that use those areas. And so it's very, very worrisome. You're taking one of the most pristine ocean areas left on the planet. I mean, the water that comes up, that uplifts into the Gulf of Alaska because of oceanic currents is 1,000 years old. So it's literally pristine, pure water, and they're going to be bombing it, introducing pollutants. I mean, there's even cyanide as one of the components of the propellants in one of the missiles and torpedoes that they use. They're going to be literally introducing high levels of cyanide into that area. So to me, that's very worrisome. It's one of the last clean places left on the planet, and they're basically going to be going in there with a large number of ships and aircraft and bombing the hell out of it.